Welcome to the 2020 open enrollment for voluntary benefits. Here's a few of the items that we're going to go over today. We're going to go over the changes on your dental and vision, and then go over your Unum voluntary life plans and disability, and go over some of the Aflac plans available. Open enrollment starts today. Please pay special attention to the email you receive for timelines and due dates for your enrollment. Keep in mind any of the elections made today are effective January 1st, 2020 and run until December 31st, 2020. You are eligible for the benefits being presented today. Aside from yourself, your legal spouse, domestic partner, and children up to the age of 26 are also eligible. As stated previously, all of the elections made today are effective January 1st, 2020 until December 31st, 2020. During the calendar year, you cannot make any changes unless you experience a qualifying event. There on their screen are a few of the examples of qualifying events: marriage, divorce, birth of a child, loss of coverage, just to name a few. If you think you've experienced a qualifying event, please contact your human resource team 31 days from the date of the event. If you exceed the 31 days, you will have to wait until the next open enrollment period to make any changes. You are also eligible for the flexible savings account. There is a health care savings account and a dependent care health savings account. The health savings account allows you to put away pre-tax dollars to utilize towards your medical services, such as medical copays, prescription copays, dental, orthodontia, LASIK surgery. The maximum you can elect during the calendar year for 2020 is $2,500. At the end of the year 2020, you can roll over up to $500. Anything in excess of the $500 will be forfeited. Dependent care flexible spending account is money you can utilize to pay your daycare providers or your adult daycare providers. You can either pay them directly or pay yourself back once you've made that payment. The money goes into an account and you can utilize it as it's deposited again for those payments. Next, I'm excited to let you know that we will now have Delta Dental of Arizona as our dental provider. You will have the opportunity to choose from one of two plans. The first plan is called the PPO plan or PPO base plan. This plan has preventative services, basic services, and major services. In this plan, all your preventative services are covered at 100%. So your cleanings twice a year, those are covered at 100%. Basic services, such as a cavity, you pay 20% of the charges after you pay your $50 deductible, and Delta Dental will pick up 80% of the charges. Major services, such as a crown, it's a 50-50 cost share between yourself and Delta Dental. If you already paid the deductible for yourself, you do not have to pay it again. It's a one-time deductible for yourself or $150 for a family. The annual maximum on this plan, which means the amount that Delta Dental will pay out on your behalf for dental services, is $1,500 for every person enrolled. And new this year on this plan, you also get $1,000 to use towards child orthodontia services. That is a lifetime benefit. You also have out-of-network benefits with this Delta Dental PPO plan. It pays the exact amount. The difference with going to an in-network provider and an out-of-network provider, the out-of-network provider can balance bill you, which means whatever Delta Dental doesn't cover, they will ask for you to pay for that. The next plan is what they call a DHMO plan. In this plan, there is no annual maximum, no annual deductible. Everything is on a fee schedule. You also have your cleanings twice a year covered at 100%. You have the same type of services, but everything has a price tag associated with it. You do have the opportunity for adult and child orthodontia on this Delta Dental DHMO plan. We're going to review the DHMO plan a little bit more in detail. So here on the screen, you see some codes, some D codes, D0120, for example. That is a periodontal oral evaluation, no cost to the member. So this is the DHMO plan and how it works. So you pick your provider. You do have to designate a DHMO provider, register with them, and you have to go to that provider for all your services. Now, each member in your family can have a different provider. You, spouse, and children, all of you can have a different provider. You also have the ability to change providers, and you do that by calling Delta Dental of Arizona, and they will be happy to assist you in changing the provider. Once you register with a provider, you will get an ID card that will have your provider's name on it, address, and all that information, so you can go there. Now, if you do not choose a provider, if you enroll and do not choose a provider, one will be assigned to you based on your home zip code. So if the one that is assigned to you is not whom you would like to see, you would need to call Delta Dental or Delta Care USA and change that provider. So you are allowed to do that throughout the year, change your provider. You cannot change from the DHMO to the PPO plan unless you experience a qualifying event. So once you enroll the DHMO plan, and unless you have a qualifying event, you will be enrolled in that plan for the full calendar year. These are additional resources that are available to you. So once you get your member ID card, whether it's the PPO card or the DHMO card, make sure you go onto the Delta Dental portal, register yourself so you have all of the latest and greatest information in regards to Delta Dental and oral health. There is also a mobile app that you can download so you can find providers, cost estimator, and then in the middle of the screen you see something called Oral Health Risk Assessment. So mydentalscore.com. You go in and answer some brief questions, and it gives you a score and kind of lets you know where you are when it comes to your dental or oral hygiene. Really good resources that you will find on deltadentalaz.com. Next, we're going to go over the vision plan. Now, the vision plan did change slightly. It is still with iMed. However, the network did change. It is now going to be called the Insight Network. So before, you may have been enrolled in the iMed Select Network. Now it is the iMed Insight Network. So we'll go over the plan briefly. So with this plan, you still have your exams every 12 months, which is to the date. For example, if your exam was on February 1st, 2019, you have to wait until February 1st, 2020 to get that eye exam. Your frames, you have a $120 allowance to use towards those frames, and then you get a 20% discount if you exceed. Now, this is a change from 2019. So in 2019, you could get your frames every 24 months. Now you can get them every 12 months. You still have that $10 copay for the single vision, bifocal, and trifocal. And then your contact lenses, you have $180 to use towards your contact lens purchase. And then you have a discount if you exceed the $80. And then medically prescribed contact lenses are covered in full. Again, just as a reminder, this is an enhancement to the previous program. Your frames are now eligible to be updated every 12 months. Again, it's now the Insight Network. Your voluntary life and AD&D. Now, if you're currently enrolled in life insurance, in the voluntary life insurance, for any amount not to exceed $200,000, you can increase your life insurance with no questions asked. Okay, that's very important to note. Okay, the amount that's available to you is 5 times your annual earnings, up to $500,000, whichever is less. For your spouse, it's lesser 100% of the employee amount or $200,000, and children is $10,000. The guarantee issue amount, again, 5 times annual salary, not to exceed $200,000. For your spouse, the guarantee issue is $25,000, and for children, $10,000. So guarantee issue means that you do not have to answer any medical questions. Now, there below at the red, it's very clearly stated, employees that are newly eligible or new hires are the only ones that are eligible for that guarantee issue amount. If you are enrolling for the first time and you did not enroll the first time it was offered, you will have to answer some medical questions. If you are currently enrolled and want to increase it, if you go past the guarantee issue, we'll have to answer some medical questions. If you want to increase your life insurance and you do not exceed the guarantee issue, you can increase it with no questions asked. Your short and long-term disability policies, those remain with Unum. So your short-term disability policy, basically paycheck protection. So in the event that you can't work, you get money back. So the short-term disability covers up to 60% of your pre-disability earnings up to $1,000. The benefits begin on the 14th day after accident or sickness. The benefit duration is 4 weeks. Now keep in mind there are some pre-existing limitations on the short-term disability, which means if you saw a provider or were treated for a condition on which you got on claim in the last 3 months, you have to wait 12 months before they will pay out on that particular condition. If it's a completely unrelated condition, there shouldn't be a problem. Pregnancy is also covered. Voluntary long-term disability. So this again pays up to 60% of your pre-disability earnings, up to $7,500. The elimination period in this plan is 90 days. So if you purchase the voluntary short-term disability and after that benefit period you're still disabled and you purchase a voluntary long-term disability, Unum will do all the coordination behind the scene and you will dovetail right into the long-term disability. So you will not have to wait the additional 90 days. The benefit duration on this plan is up to age 65 or normal Social Security retirement age. We also offer AFLAC. So AFLAC is not insurance. AFLAC pays you. AFLAC puts money in your pocket. There are different things that you can have coverage. Some cancer policies, accident policies, hospitalization policies, critical illness, and it all depends on your situation as to how much you want to enroll in. In your email, you should have received a packet or information for Jose. His information is also here on the screen. You can call him direct or email him, and he will be happy to have a telephonic or in-person meeting with you and go over all the plans that AFLAC offers. Additionally, if you currently are enrolled in Colonial and you would like to stay with your Colonial product, you can do so. Or if you're interested in the Colonial products, please contact your HR representative and we will be happy to put you in contact with a Colonial representative that can help you with these policies. Other plans that are available to you on a voluntary basis is Legal Shield and ID Shield. Legal Shield gives you discounts for legal resources, unlimited legal consultations, standard will preparations, letters and phone calls on your behalf, and legal documentation, and 24/7 emergency assistance. ID Shield protects your identity, credit monitoring, and full identity restoration should you become a victim of identity theft. We also offer pet health care through United Pet Care. So discounts to go to your provider to get immunization, prescriptions for your pets. It doesn't just have to be cats, it could be dogs or any pets that you currently have. If you want to know more, please review your email as you will have that information in your email. And if you want to enroll, please go to the website as indicated on this link or on your email. Please follow the instructions in your email on how to enroll. Voluntary life and accidental death and disability forms have to be turned in if you are enrolling for the first time or increasing any amount. Your flexible spending account you have to complete every year. It does not automatically enroll you. And keep in mind, if you're going to enroll in a medical plan that's a high deductible plan, that's an HSA qualified plan, you do have to go on to the health savings account with Unum and make sure that you're registered there. Make sure your HR representative knows that you registered and also that you've submitted the amount that you want deducted from your paycheck. Thank you for your time today. And as always, please contact your HR representative if you have any questions and/or concerns.